We're merely here to protect and preserve so that the next generations unborn can do the same. It's a cycle of life. You see all the major disasters happening around the world. It's a signal. All these important things, material things, things are replaceable. But once that resource isn't there to produce the product, then what? What are you going to use?
Well, we're on the Millicoma Tree Farm, very intensive forest management by Weyerhaeuser. As you can see, here is the stump of the original virgin forest that Weyerhaeuser cut about 50 years ago. And so they're going through the second cutting right now. Here is an example of a 50-year-old stump that they have just cut about a year ago. And right next to it is a tree that they planted. Now, Weyerhaeuser will tell you that for every tree that they cut, they plant 2 or 3 little trees, and that is true. What they don't tell you is that they will never restore the native forest that was here to begin with. Trees will never get over 50 years old again on this forest. This has been herbicide sprayed. You don't see any brush here. It's very clean of any vegetative material.
I totally oppose the spraying. It's not good for the animals. It's not good for the grass. The bears can't read signs. They can't wash their berries before they eat them. They just go cut, cut, cut. They don't worry about if there's a area where there's sweet grass or anything like that.
Bowater is touching and cutting trees that they're not supposed to even cut until 2035. They haven't even started their 2006 to 2026 plans. They're cutting into the caribou forest, and caribou is considered an endangered species, and they're desecrating their original habitat.
Not against logging. Progress must go on in the world. You can't stop progress, but you can do it in such a way that everybody has a right to live.
When I came back 1995, back to the reserve, me and my husband, we went out and we saw the really extreme devastation. Huge clear cuts and just barren land and erosion. The mills dump chemicals into the water, and the water flows down up to Hudson's Bay, and all the way it causes destruction. All these animals drink from that water, eat from that water.
There was a moose that was circling, walking around. So they shot it to find out what was wrong with it. And when they cut it open, the meat wasn't right. The bones, the marrow was liquidy, the brain, there was something definitely wrong. That tells you something, that what they're doing to the land, it destroys the cycle of life. And we're talking about all life, all plant life, human life, and fish life, and sky life.
Bowater is on their way out right now. They're talking that they're closing down 12 mills in Canada, so definitely they can't be here for the long haul. They're just here to get what they can get out of Canada, and they're gone.
An employer who abuses workers and ignores workers' rights is one that is probably also failing in their stewardship of the environment and failing in their responsibilities to the communities.
I was being forced by higher management to put unacceptable product out the door. I was poisoned up in the blender deck, cleaning the toxins. The best way to fight a company like this is to stop buying your products.
It's time to wake up. It's time to implement policies that protect Indigenous rights, that protect endangered forests, and that respect community.
We would like to see Weyerhaeuser adopt the Forestry Stewardship Council standards for responsible harvesting of timber, which protect both the environment and workers' rights. We'd like to see them treat their employees in both Canada and the United States with more dignity, stop trying to take away their wages and benefits, and we'd like to see them show responsibility to the communities that they work in.
We say we are already rich people. Just leave us alone. Let us use our land how we want to use it. Let us feed our people how we want to feed them. And then our people become strong again.
They need to change the way they see things and direct their employees to stay out of endangered forests, to work toward being a sustainable company.
They have no right to try play God. They're just only merely men themselves.
When we extract from the earth, the more we take from her, the more universally we go off course. We're destroying her. Ultimately, we're destroying life.